So, Roy, how would you sum up that first half display for Manchester United against Manchester City?
It's shocking. Eric Bailly, what are you doing? Manchester City, they don't even need a striker, so why would they need you to score goals for them? It's shocking. Listen, you've got Ollie on the bench. He's talking to Carrick about what they're going to have for lunch. It's embarrassing. It's shocking. Listen, this could get ugly. I've been saying Luke Shaw for days. Luke Shaw is shocking. I give up. I give up. I give up.
Good evening and good morning, good afternoon, good day, wherever you are. Welcome back to West Ham Random. Myself, Budgie, and my great friend on the right here, of course, is Pete. What you saying, man?
Nothing. How are you doing, Budgie boy?
Yeah, mate, I'm good. I'm good. Very happy. Not very happy about the result of the game, obviously, but I'm very happy with the display that the boys put on today, the young lads. Very pleased with my appearance on the player rating show with Titch earlier. Thought that went rather well.
I thought that was a brilliant outtake on our performance today, Budgie. I thought you did very well. Hats off.
Yeah, you know, it was a really nice experience. I haven't been invited on to do anything like this before. You know, it was on Hammers Fans United. You know, it was a really nice experience. And, you know, as always, Titch makes you feel comfortable. And, you know, he gives you all the room in the world to talk and that. So it's great. You know, it's nice to see a few people in the chat already. Good evening to Roy. Good evening to Darren. Or good morning, Darren, I should say. Roy says, "How are you, Peach and Budgie?" I'm speaking good. For myself. I'm good. I did have a little bit of a stomach upset earlier, but you know, I've got over that, I think, now, so I'm good. Roy says hi to Darren. So right, so we've got a title for the show of Don't Panic. And Don't Panic, Mr. Mannering, if you remember Dad's Army. There's a little image of Corporal Jones, as he was known. And it says, David Moyes has got this. Don't panic.
Don't panic.
So,
there's no need to panic. No, everybody wants to panic. Go on, Budgie.
No, Peach, the soapbox is yours. Please tell the guys and girls why we're saying don't panic. Tell the boys and girls.
We are saying do not panic. There is no reason to panic. Before every transfer window, people get their panic on. They're Xanacon, Manicon. Our squad is too thin. We need a striker. Our squad is too thin. We need a left back. After what I've seen tonight, Budgie, do we need a left back?
Mate, listen, why are we looking?
You get what I'm saying.
Emmanuel Longello Mboa, or whatever it is, however you pronounce it. Longello, we all know him as. Yes. My God, what a performance. And, you know, he's come in and he's done exactly what young Ben Johnson did when he came into the fold. He's impressed. He's impressed. He's worked hard. He's done very well. And, you know, like I said on the show with Titch earlier, he was almost my man of the match. Very, very close. He was mine. And I understand that fully. I understand that fully. He was fantastic. But for me, I just felt that that the young lad out on the right, Harrison Ashby. For me, he came out and, you know, not only did he impress us all, but, you know, he shocked the opposition. He didn't, and some of the crosses, I mean, he was there or thereabouts all the whole evening. He was there or thereabouts. And, you know, for me, like I said on the player rating show, I just felt that he was just a little bit more in the final third than Longello was for most of the game. Although Longello had some great spells up there, you know,
He
and
did, but
he just
isn't that a good
really did
problem to
have a
have,
good game.
Budgie? Isn't that a good problem to have when you got one young right back who's putting in crosses, putting himself about, then you got
Yeah,
the same on the left, and you got to scratch
yeah,
your head and think, who's better? That's a brilliant position to be in. That's why we're saying don't panic. Like, I went with the left, Budgie went with the right. It's either or. Like, that's a beautiful position to be in. Straight up.
yeah.
Like,
Just want to say good evening to Freshfielder. Oi,
yeah,
oi, he
freshie.
says.
One.
All
Oi,
right, Sean, how are you, mate? Lovely to see
sir.
you in the house, my
Oh,
son. Yeah, it's always refreshing when the young talent come out and they give a good account of themselves. I mean, Sonny
100%.
Perkins, he did
Oh,
exactly the same. He gave himself a fantastic, uh,
pat yourself
you know,
on the back.
yeah, he gave himself a fantastic hop up the ladder. We
Yeah.
also had we fielded a back four that was all from our under 23s and younger. And
And
David
what a
Moyes was
back boy that was.
very brave
Yes.
to do that. And you know,
Yeah.
I've got to be honest with you. I felt that his trust in them was justified, and I felt it was also
Yep.
repaid by the boys in there. You know, with Alisi and Baptiste in the middle, not a lot got past them. You know, okay, they scored a goal, which was actually no fault of any of the back fours. If anything, it could have been Vlasic or Fornals that stopped that shot from coming in.
Yeah.
Fornals got the
Yeah.
bottom of his boot to it, you know, his studs to it. And unfortunately, that's what gave it that dip, I think. You know, and you know, it was a rather unfortunate turn of events. But in general, I gave the back four a collective 9 because
I
I
love it.
felt that they were that good that they
They were.
really did shut down everything that came their way. Now, 1 or 2 balls got through, but you know, you expect that even with the likes of, you know, Manchester City and Chelsea and Liverpool, even with the greatest defences in the world, you're going to have
Budgie,
a few balls going through.
Do you
Yeah.
remember? Do you remember when there was a man and his name was Ferguson, first name Alex, and he put out 4 youngsters, and those 4 youngsters were Beckham, Scholes, Giggs, and Butt, and people looked at him
Yep.
like he was mad, absolutely mad. Why are you putting
Yep.
out these youngsters? You're crazy.
Yeah. What
Was
are
he
you doing?
crazy?
You know?
Look at what happened.
No.
Was he crazy?
No.
You get what I'm saying, Pudge? You get what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
it's like, yo, there's a reason
I do.
why David Moyes was his successor. I know it didn't work out, but there was a reason behind that. And that was Alex,
Yeah.
that was Alex Ferguson's decision, man. And it's like
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
has the same mental structure as Alex Ferguson does in that way
Yeah.
of
He
thinking about
approaches
things.
management in a very
Yes.
similar way. Yes.
Yes,
Right.
and it was
And I have
beautiful to see,
a
Budgie.
little story to tell about
No, you
that.
don't.
About
No, you
that.
don't.
I do. I have a little
Go
story
on
to
then.
tell
I
you
want to hear it.
about the appointment of David Moyes. Now, one
Oh,
of my brother's close friends
yeah.
is a staunch Man United fan. He's
Yeah.
also Italian, so he's also a Napoli fan because he's from Naples.
Yeah.
So if and they are dropping down from the Champions League to the Europa League. So if we happen to get them, we will have an exclusive because I will get him on to do an away fan or an opposition fan rundown for us on Napoli. So we'll have a
Big
little
play.
exclusive on that one. That I
Big
will get him
play.
on. And yeah, this guy owns his own restaurant in Hove, right next to Brighton.
You know,
So any of you guys are down on the South Coast.
Budgie, I gotta cut you. I gotta cut you, Doc. I gotta cut you because you know what? I got a Napoli connect too. I got a boy who I used to work with who was on the Napoli. I got a boy who was on the Napoli. He was on the football squad. He was on the schoolboys. He went for
Wouldn't
tryouts at Napoli, made the squad and everything, but
wouldn't it
due
be
to
good
different
to get
circumstances,
him?
didn't move to Italy.
Yeah,
Trust me, we
wouldn't
got
it be good to
exclusives
get?
here now. West Ham
Yeah,
Random.
it would be good to get both of them on at the
Wow.
same time. That would be very, very
Yes.
interesting. Very
Yeah.
interesting.
And
And you know, my,
go on. Yeah. Go on.
no,
Kill it. Go on.
my brother's mate, who I also consider a friend as well. His name's
Yeah.
Giuseppe, but his name's Giuseppe. We all call him Gypsy because
Yeah.
you know he's been in England for I don't know 16 years or something. You know,
Yeah.
real hard-working guy, real nice guy. But you know, he has a major medical problem in that he supports Manchester United. So
No, you
and
get pills for that, though.
So you know, we obviously, we have a bit of banter between us and this and that, you know. But like with his Napoli following, I mean, the man's followed Napoli since he was 3 years old. So hopefully, you know, he can tell us stories. In fact, I am actually going to have a chat with him and see if I can get him on my new concept to get him to talk about, you know, Napoli as a supporter. So that could also happen. And while we are on the subject of that, I would just like to pop this on the screen.
Yes, please. Oh, they don't know about that. Why, Budgie? Are you sure you wanted to show them about that right now? They don't know about that. They don't know about that.
This is an exclusive.
Exclusive.
It's exclusive news. Okay, breaking news. On this following Wednesday that comes in a few days' time, on Wednesday at 7 p.m. UK time, so that's 2 p.m. Canada time,
yes, sir.
and about 5 o'clock Australian time.
That would be seven. What is it? 2 o'clock my time? Yep, you're right. Go on. Yep. Go on.
So we will be broadcasting a premiere of a pre-recorded show that I did today with the guy that you see in the picture there, which is my brother Treacle, and he talks about his experience of going to Upton Park on the 27th of January, 1973. Now, bear in mind, I had only just celebrated my 11th birthday when this game took place. So my brother would have been 17, 18.
Yeah.
So he tells a story about that game, and it is one of the greatest stories connected to football that I think I've ever been a part of, and I absolutely loved it. So where's Peach gone? He's actually buggered off, the fella. I think he may have lost signal. Anyway, so that's coming up on Wednesday, 7 p.m. UK time. It's called Tales of the Unaccepted. Now, the unaccepted being the away supporters. So he's a Chelsea fan, and he will tell you a story about his time at Upton Park in 1973 on the 27th of January. It's a cracking story. And we also have a little chat about the game that happened on Sunday. We also have a little chat about how he thinks we've done in the last couple of years and how he thinks we may progress in the next few years as an outsider, as a Chelsea fan, a man that knows quite a lot about football. I mean, I could probably give you a fixture in a particular season to do with Chelsea, and he will recall the game, probably the score, 9 times out of 10 the scorers. I mean, he was a little bit on the spot this afternoon when we recorded Tales of the Unaccepted, so he didn't remember the scorers or anything like that. But yeah, you know, the guy is clever. The guy knows his football, and you will really enjoy Tales of the Unaccepted on Wednesday, 7 o'clock. Okay, that's enough of a plug. Another little thing that I wanted to show on screen. Excuse me, 1 second. another thing I
I'm
wanted to
gonna
show
Winter
you on
Wonderland,
screen.
Bugsy. Come save me. I'm in a Winter Wonderland.
Hey, snowing, man. It's snowing.
Oh,
It's
man.
snowing. So did you know West Ham have not lost a game by more than one goal in their last? Let me get rid of that comment for a second. Sorry, Willie. In their last 40 games. Wow. So did any of us know that? West Ham have not lost a game by more than one goal in their last 40 games. That's all
Love
competitions,
it.
I would assume. That is one hell of a statistic. Alongside the statistic that Declan Rice had never been dispossessed. I had only been dispossessed once in 900 minutes of football. And he was dispossessed by his own teammate, Thomas Soucek, when
There you
England played the Czech Republic. So there you go. Wally World, I did see your comment, mate, and thank you. It does sound like a good episode. I promise you, it's great. It's a new concept. If you like it, if the feedback's good, we'll have some proper staunch supporters coming in from anywhere, any club, as long as they've got an experience at the London Stadium or at the bowling ground at Upton Park. Then we will, we'll have a chat, them and I,
Absolutely.
and then we'll do what I've done today and give it to Peach to work his wizardry shit on it. And
Wizardry.
I promise you, I promise you, Merlin will give you something very special to look at.
Absolutely.
Wally says, I love the snow. We need some here. Wally, mate, I wish you could have our portion of it because it's coming to us soon.
Yeah, no.
It looks beautiful, but I imagine you're freezing your absolute knackers off right now.
No, you know what? To tell you the truth, Fudgy, when it snows, it gets warmer here in Canada. Funny enough, when it's not snowing, it's cold as a witch's tit. When it's snowing, it kind of gets a bit warmer, a bit milder. So, yeah, no, I love it. I love it. I love it. Wally could have it all.
That's
I
cool.
love it. I do love it. You can have half of it because I do love it.
Wally's saying, one thing, maple syrup is better than treacle, even Canadian maple syrup.
Oh, Canadian maple syrup is the best, mate.
It is the best. And I mean, I got to be honest with you, Wally. Treacle is not my brother Treacle, but the actual sugary product of treacle is an acquired taste, a very acquired taste. Wow, Peach, windy there, man.
Oh no, you can hear it, can't you? I'll try to. You can't hear it still. Oh my days.
And Freshfield is saying, hence the saying, too cold for snow. Yeah, there is that. Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about certain players that we have got information on. Right, I say information. There are a lot of there is a lot of speculation. There are a lot of rumours, and there are some truths in a player that we are apparently linked to.
Woo!
This man here, our true number 11. I mean, I don't like seeing Vlasic on the back of that number, on top of that number. But hey, listen, Lingard, Jesse Lingard, our maestro on loan last season. Looks like this season it could be a return to the London Stadium for that young man. He's given indication that he would like to come back. He posted this very picture, I do believe it was on his social media, and was not received very well by his parent club, Manchester United. I did actually state a few days ago that he was fined by Man United for that act. I actually did get that wrong. My information was wrong, and I will publicly retract that statement right here, right now. I did get that wrong. He wasn't fined. He was asked to remove it from his social media, which I believe at first he refused to do. But then they said, if you don't, we may be inclined to fine you. So therefore, he had to remove it. But he did remove it. So
and just to touch on two little dibs and dabs of information. There's only 211s that I remember that I love, and that was one of Matty Edrington. I thought he was brilliant on the left. Matty Edrington, that was my boy. I got to see him at the Bowl-In. I thought he was brilliant. He actually scored when I got to see him at the Bowl-In. It was against Sunderland when Mick McCarthy was managing, and we went up that season. So I got to, and that was in the championship. I went to go see West Ham at the Bowl-In in the championship and the premiership, but championship is like a bigger feat still because it's like we're not supposed to be there. The number 11 to me is Lingard, 100%, and his body language. You know how they say you can talk as much as you want to talk, but I'll tell you, it's only like 5-6% of speaking that is actually perceived by the people. It's your body language, and his body language yesterday, when he was playing, as well as when he was asked to come off, he couldn't give two things. He didn't want to be there. In his mind, he was watching. He was watching Love Island. He couldn't give two things about being on that pitch playing, and that just shows you he's coming back to West Ham. And you know what? He's going to be the catalyst. And you know what? Vlasic better give him that shirt because Vlasic does not deserve that shirt. But you know what? Really, it doesn't matter what shirt Jesse Lingard wears because he's going to fire on all cylinders. So you know what? We could give him. We could. I agree. We could give him the Jinx by number 27 shirt, the Payet shirt. We could give him that. No, was Payet 27 or 32? What was it? 27 or 32? What was the Payet shirt? It was either 27 or 32. I don't know what
27. 27. It was Carlos Tevez that wore the 32 shirt, if I remember rightly.
I know there was one great.
And wasn't Mascherano 26? Wasn't Mascherano 26 at the time?
To me, Baji, the 26 shirt will always be Joe Cole's shirt. Even Masuaku owns it now. That's still Joe Cole. I get you.
Yeah. And, you know, for me also, you know, I feel that, you know, since Paolo Di Canio left, I don't think that anybody has really been good enough to wear the 10 shirt. Although now I'm changing my mind about Manu. I am changing my mind about Manu. He does deserve to wear it. And, you know, he's a massive player for us now. And I hate to admit that because, you know, I actually felt that he was, you know, just a bit part player. But he ain't. He's massive for us. He comes on, he scores important goals. And, you know, he does everything he's required of him, you know. Roy says, I've not seen the pictures. On Jesse Lingard's Instagram. You won't because he had to remove them. Wally World agrees with me. Yeah, Payet was wearing the 27. And also Freshfielder was saying snow on one screen, green on the other. Oh, I see. I get you. The green on the other, is it? Right, yeah. Well, that's blue. That's claret. Oh, the green. Yeah, I got the green. Thanks for the heads up there, Sean. Cheers, mate. Oh, dear. Although it's never too cold for snow, he says. Yeah, right. So, Roy, you made a statement. No comparison, Lingard and Vlasic. I presume that you would be on the side of Peach and myself, that Lingard is the one. You know, that Vlasic is probably just a bit part player. Now, now that he's been given the squad number, Lingard can't take it mid-season. So he is going to have to come in with a different number, and I'm not sure what else is available. But having said that, what they are allowed to do is give him the night. I believe. Now, hang on, I may be wrong about this. In fact, Sean, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to verify or poo-poo this, but I think they can give players the 99 shirt, and I think it's from 99 down to 91 shirt, which indicates that it's a temporary number until a squad number can be issued, right?
Oh,
so if, like, for example, Yarmolenko is to be sold in January, David Moyes could technically, let's just say, he could bring in Lingard and say, right, I'm going to give you the 99 shirt.
I love that.
Until the number 7 shirt becomes available.
You see,
do you want the number 7? Blah blah blah. I think I'm right in that, but I might be wrong.
I don't give two parts of a piss. I love the way you think. I love the way you think. Straight up, man. That's my boy right there, Budgie boy, man. And I'll show you this, Doc. I'll show you this. In Canada, and Wally World will know what I'm talking about, because this is like kind of like a Western thing. I'll show you, man. 99 is big, because 99 is Wayne Gretzky's shirt. He is like, he's a GOAT. He's an absolute GOAT. Greatest of all time, GOAT. He's like Pele status. He's like Muhammad Ali status. Like, he's a GOAT, dog. And then you had this next youth from where Wally World lives now. This is why I'm bringing this up. You have this next youth from where Wally World's live. And, like, he didn't do the number 99. He did the number 66, Mario Lemieux. And Mario Lemieux, he's a GOAT. And it's like, in hockey, you can pick any numbers. And, like, I saw the boy tonight taking the corner with the 99 shirt. That was the boy who scored, no?
Yeah.
So it's like I saw the boy with the 99 shirt, and I'm like, I've never seen that shirt number before, like in football. And it's
I got a little trivia question for you.
99 would be live, straight up. Go on, buddy.
Yeah. I got a little trivia question for you. After I've just acknowledged that our moderator, Happy Hammerette, is in the house.
Oh!
Good evening, Cheeky Cherry Chops.
Cheeky Cherry Chop, CCC.
Oh, good morning, please. I should say.
Yes,
okay,
please.
So here's the little trivia question for you.
Go on.
Okay. Who played football in Germany, semi-professionally, right, and professionally, wearing a shirt bearing the number 9.9?
Oh, I've seen this before too. You know, I don't know, but I've seen it before.
Anybody in the chat? Come on, anybody in the chat as well?
I'm gonna say, and I don't know if this is true. I doubt that it is, because I think it's an outfield player. I'm gonna say Khan, the goalkeeper. I'm gonna say the goalkeeper Khan, who was flipping brilliant. I'm gonna say him. I doubt that it is him. But that's a good shot, because I have seen that. I have seen that before, the 9.9. I have seen that. Yeah.
So I'm gonna give people a couple of minutes in the chat.
That's a good one.
Right. Roy's saying it was definitely Lingard he was referring to. Who's Lily George? Hello, Lily. Welcome to joining us. VOI.
Lily George. Lily George is in the place. You don't know who Lily George is? She's like, yo, she's big time things, dog. Big play things, dog. Lily George, man. Big up Lily George. How you mean?
Okay. Wayne Gretzky, absolute legend, says Wally.
Oh, magic.
Yeah. And people are chatting. That's nice. Right, so Sean says number 7 shirt will be available once Yarmolenko goes, but the number 2 is free already. It is, yes, because who had the number 2? Oh, Winston
Winston
Reid.
Reid, no? Yeah, Winston
Yeah.
Reid. Yeah.
Winston
Yeah.
Reid, yeah. So who took the number 4 shirt then? Oh, Kurt Happy.
Obama, no.
Happy. No, Happy. Yeah, Kurt
Number 4.
Zuma. Kurt Zuma's number 4.
You're right. Yep, you're right.
Yeah. Because Balbuena had that, and didn't he? And then now Kurt Zuma's got it.
Who wears the number 23 shirt?
23.
Because I thought Diop used to wear the number 23 shirt. He might still.
He still does. He still does. He still does.
I thought so. Yep.
Okay, so
oh, we're having a good chat tonight. I like this.
Yeah.
So
nobody in the chat has come up with any ideas as to who wears the 9.9 on their shirt.
I got 9.9.
Okay. I'll give you a clue. And it's a massive clue.
Please do.
The number refers to his world record.
Ooh. Not Maradona. No, he never played in Germany. Schweinsteiger? No.
I'll give you another clue.
Leicester? The boy's father from Leicester?
No, I'll give you another clue, shall I?
Yes, please.
He's the fastest man on earth.
Usain Bolt, done. Thank you. Peach wins. I'm out with the drink. Done. Bye-bye. Gotcha. Done. Yeah, thank you. I won that, so everybody else can piss off. Peach won that. I want my drinks, my snacks, and my Oreo cookies.
Well, I did.
I did. From Happy Hammer. Budgie get a fry up for Happy
Wally Welch says fast dude runner.
The
fast dude runner. Yeah.
Mr. Bean.
Usain Bolt wore the 9.9. He actually started off doing it in a charity game for UNICEF, I believe it was, at the London Stadium. I want to say could have been Wembley, but it could have been the London Stadium. Yeah. So he wore the 9.9 as a bit of as a kind of like a joke, but because there was already a number 9 on the pitch, which was Craig Bellamy, I believe, for the World 11. For the World 11, I believe it was Craig Bellamy that was on the pitch wearing a 9. So they brought Usain Bolt on with 9.9.
I like that.
And then when he went and played for, I want to say Hamburg, but I don't think it was. It wasn't Hamburg, but if it was, it wasn't their main team.
Was it? Yeah. What was it?
It was a Bundesliga 2 team anyway.
Wolfsburg? Something like Wolfsburg.
I can't remember. It was Bundesliga 2 anyway.
Yeah, what?
He came on the first game and was wearing 9.9. And I do believe that the German league said, no, sorry, we can't accept that. You either have to wear 9.
You know why they said
or
that? Or
you have to wear 99.
You know why they said that, Budgie?
Because of his colour? I don't know. What?
No.
I have no idea.
Usain Bolt asked, no, because it's illegal. You can't wear the 9.9 shirt. And Usain Bolt says, I want to wear the 9.9 shirt. And they were like, 9. And then, that's just a no. That's just a no. They were like, 9. So, yeah, that's how the story went.
You are one funny geezer.
I want to start doing my John Cleese legs, like when they're up in the air like that. Oh my days!
All I gotta say is, have we got anybody in from not from Canada? Sorry, from California.
Germany.
Is there anybody in the room from California? Because if there is, my compliments. That's all I can say.
Yo, give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back.
All right, mate. Yeah, go for it. Wally World saying Ryan Frederick should have that number. Which number? 9.9? Or are we talking about number 2? Because I think Ryan Frederick should have the number 2 shirt, if I'm honest. Because when you think about it, historically and that, it was always the right back was the number 2. The left back was always the number 3, as in Aaron Creswell, you know. So, yeah, I believe that. Yeah. Oh, Wallywell saying yes, 9.9. Yeah. I wonder what he can do the 100 metres in. Does anybody have that information? I bet Sean does. I bet Sean knows. Happy says, sorry, Peach, too slow, bozo. Oh gosh, I'm glad you're in a
Peach is
funny mood.
always here. I
Happy.
heard that, Happy. Now you're in trouble.
Yeah.
You are on the naughty step.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Your spanner might be turned into a screwdriver or something, Happy. You never know. Roy says yes, Happy. Freshfielder says 9.59. Is that his world record, or is that? No, I think it's his world record is 9.59. I think you're right, Sean. And I think the 9.9 was his record at the time because he broke it again since and knocked a few tenths off. So that could be what that is. But I'm sure it was 9.992 or something like that when he got it on. Oh, I can't remember exactly, to be honest, but I'm fairly sure that that's what that was. Or was it 9.59 he had on his shirt on that charity do? That's actually given me food for thought. I might have to search that. Where am I going to do that? I'll do that on here. Let me search that here. Hang on. Let me just USAIN Usain Bolt.
Massive.
Yeah, mate. Usain Bolt.
West Ham are massive. Everywhere we go. West Ham are massive. Everywhere we go. Everywhere we go.
Actually, do you know what? Keep
West
singing.
Ham are massive.
Is he gone? Oh well. Oh, okay. There we go. Sorry, there's something happening now. Right. Let's see if we.
Love it.
That is good, isn't it? That is good.
When you got yourself some Windex and you got yourself some red wine, you never know what can happen. West Ham is massive. Done now.
Right. So if I go into StreamYard now, where does it come up where I can share? Ah, here we go.
What's up?
Right. Let me just do that for a second. Oh, hang on. Right. I'm just going to turn my mic off for a second, Peach, because otherwise we'll get feedback. All right. I'm going to come in on the laptop as well. So bear with me.
Is this what I think it is? Okay, go on. Turn mine off too. There's 2 of them. Now there's 2 of them. There's 2 budgies. 2 budgies. Oh my days. He's not uncaged. There's 2 budgies. Now it's like a maze. I'm just cleaning my glasses.
That's still good.
Sweet like molasses.
They were putting two guys were putting a proposition in, and I wanted to hear it.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
The show.
Yeah. Sounds good to me.
So you were saying?
Yeah, they got good insoles. The 14, yeah, $12.99.
Good ones?
Yeah. Like the Dr. Scholl's ones are good. Like you can get the ones at Richards. Oh, I know. They go. I know. You can get the ones at Pricey for like $20, and they're good. They're from Sweden. They're good. Makes you feel like you're walking on air. Yeah.
They're into the business.
Yeah.
That's the business.
Yeah. That's more than that.
Not the shoes, but they're inside.
Yeah.
Get that deal tomorrow, then I'm gonna be able to do it.
Absolutely, big boy. Come on. You're talking to the cookie man. I always got cookies.
Okay.
You want one?
Yeah.
There's some in the fridge.
What?
No, the one from Tim Hortons.
Okay, I'm going to have to do it the old-fashioned way.
No rush, Budgie. No rush at all.
That's all right. I'm going to save the image. And I'm going to pop it on the desktop. Right there. Okay. So if I do that, open that up. Right, so bear with me for 1 second, mate. I'm almost there now. Do you want me to play another video or something quickly? Right.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah.
I was singing that song all day yesterday and today.
So I did get his number wrong as well, actually. I thought it was 9.9, but I was wrong. What you see there, 9.62 by the look of that.
Holy shit. That must have been for the time it took him to run the 100-meter dash. That's it.
Yeah. Yep, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So there he is. Yeah. I'm going to remove that from the. I'm going to delete that now. Yeah. So okay. So anything else we've got to chat about? Anything else you want to discuss?
Yes.
What's that, mate?
Yes. Okay, I'll tell you. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. Let me get comfy. Hold up. So
right, well, you
I want to chat. See, it said don't panic. And we went on 2 things about, you don't panic about the, hold on, that's dark. Whoa, too dark for me. Hold on 1 second. Put it there. Lighter, a bit lighter. Hold on, put it there. Lighter, a bit lighter. No, put it there. Lighter, a bit lighter. Yeah, that's what I like. Okay, so we said don't panic, right? So one of the things is don't panic was don't panic about the squad being too thin. Agreed. Don't panic about how we need a striker, a left back, center half, whatever. Injuries that came into fruition. Now we have no Zuma, we have no Johnson, we have no Albana. Agreed. Don't panic. But the other thing is don't panic is before we started this campaign in 2000, in the beautiful 2000
2021 to 2022, there was panicking out of the room. And the panicking out of the room was that, are we going to be able to compete in the Premier League, as well as the Carabao Cup, as well as the European League, as well as the FA Cup? What it looks so far, we got 3 of them knocked down like nails by a hammer, pardon the pun. But it's like, yo, we got the Europa League sewed up, solid, done. Been there, done that. About the t-shirt, scarf, hat. We can do the dance now. We done did that. Carabao Cup, yo, we're doing that. We done beat the 2 United. We done not 2 United because none of them are United. We done beat the 2 Manchester squads. Done in the league. Done beat Liverpool. Done finished. Forget about it. So West Ham, when everybody's complaining in the transfer window leading up to our current campaign, we have won the European group that we were in. Big up. We are sitting 4th in the Premier League. Big up. Areola has only let in 3 goals and 1 was an own goal, so really that's 2. Big up. We've only lost 2 times at the London Stadium this season. Big up. We have lost by no more than 1 goal in how many games is it? 48 or 40 something? I don't know.
40 games.
Big up.
40.
Thank you very much.
Right?
Now we have the FA Cup. Now we have the FA Cup to go for. So I'm saying don't panic, because everything that everybody was saying that we had to panic for, we're turning up trumps, roses, and like, yo, top drawer things, top bin things. So don't panic. Stop it. So what I want to bring up is the Carabao Cup. Don't panic. Who do we get next? Who do we get next in the Carabao Cup? I don't know.
Tottenham.
Beg your pardon?
Tottenham quarterfinal. Quarterfinal.
That's it. Let's have them. They're all getting sick because they don't want to play us. Let's have them. We got the FA coming up, and we got Leeds with beautiful the disabled team. I'd love to have Stuart on for a match reaction, and I said that when Budgie Boy himself, right there, the man, the legend. It's not a myth. It's the real thing. That's your boy from Crawley Town. I'd love to see the disabled team come through and do a match reaction after the FA Cup match with West Ham.
Yep.
No matter win, lose, or draw. And I said this when Budgie was doing his match reaction with Titch. What do you think about that idea, about having the disabled team on for a match reaction after the FA Cup match? I think it would be brilliant.
I love the idea. But
me too.
Yeah, I also want to ask them if they were in the house earlier, and I don't know if they are now, but I'd like to ask them if they would also care to partake in, an episode of my new series, the new one that I was talking about earlier, which is the Tales of the Unaccepted. Away fans.
That's another Tale of the Crips thing. That's another Tale of the Crips thing. That's just bang on.
Yep.
That's bang on.
So I would like to invite them to come and do that with me.
Love it.
And we can do that anytime soon, because it doesn't matter if we stack them up, because I'm going to release them. The first one's coming out on Wednesday. Then we've got Football Unfocused Saturday, and I'm thinking maybe we could have a second Tales of the Unaccepted on Sunday, if I can get another one recorded in time. Okay, so Roy is saying, Pete,
you see how the man stepped into the ring, yeah? The man don't ramp. Budgie don't ramp. You see how the man stepped into the ring? It's like, yo, I got this, I got that, I got this, I got that. I want to put 2 things down. That's what you call a player, dog. That's what you call somebody walking with swag, dog. Because it makes a man like me want to step up and like, okay, yo, listen, I'm going to run this. I'm going to run that. I'm going to run that. I'm going to run this. It brings everybody into the same level as shooting for the stars when you can bring down the moon as well. You get what I'm saying? 100.
Yeah. Peach, by the way, I do have a task for you.
No, what?
Right, so I need a 60-second rap, a unique 60-second rap to music. Nice little production thing, if you can do it.
Yeah.
Four Tales of the Unaccepted for me.
Beautiful. Done. Done. It was done yesterday. You just don't know about it. Done.
Yeah.
No,
Right,
I can do that for
okay.
sure. For sure.
Excellent.
So that's
Because what I would like to try and do also, of course, is I want people to know about who we are. We're not just West Ham fans, you know. And by me inviting my brother onto the screen and doing this show with him, it kind of gives you a little. It's shocking. We were sitting there talking about what we're going to have for lunch. It kind of gives you a little bit of an insight into my background,
Yes.
Yeah, and things like, also, when I did one from each team with Titch, you got to know a little bit about my background then, and so on and so forth. So, what I would like us to do is to kind of showcase ourselves a little bit. So, with my idea of doing this Tales of the Unaccepted, I'd like my idea to extend to some of what you can showcase as well, Pete.
100%. Thank you very much. That means
and also, I mean, obviously, like I'm gonna ask. Well, you and Kieran are gonna put something down together as well. You and Kieran Jr., I believe.
Yeah.
That's going to be massive. Artisan, that's going to be massive also. And also, while he's on the screen, I want to say a big thank you to Darren Higgins.
Yes, sir.
He's saying thank you for welcoming Thailand Paul to your channel.
No,
hey, listen, we've said this before. We welcome anybody as long as they're respectful and if they want to contribute, let's have them contribute in a way that in a manner that is befitting, us being an open channel. We're happy to talk about anything, and I know that Paul specializes in street food and things like that. He does reviews on food and stuff. Now, Darren's messaged me yesterday with an idea that he and Thailand Paul or Chelsea Paul have come up with for a review. Excuse me. I'm not going to go into detail because I don't want to spoil it. You and I can have a chat off screen later, Peach, and I'll explain it to you. But Darren has put himself out. He's putting himself out there for us, and Paul's prepared to do exactly the same. Even though he is a Chelsea fan, he would like to help us help Irons supporting food banks. So big up, Darren. Big up, Paul. Thank you both, guys. Thailand is thousands of miles away from me. But I feel like, I could shake your hand right now. And if I could, Paul, Darren, I would right now.
I know this.
And I feel really, really, really humbled and honoured that, that Paul wants to help out as well. That's really, really, really good.
As much as we are so far away from one another, we're still close in the heart. And it's like, even still, like Budgie, not Budgie, you're Budgie. Kieran Giza H, like he lives in Australia. Like what is it? I think Daz it's either him or Dazza, but they're 3 hours behind or in front of one another. Oh, it's Dazza. Dazza's, I think Darren Higgins. Dazza's like 3 hours behind him. In Thailand, and that just shows you how close like Kieran and Dazza are. Do you know what I mean? It's like it shows you how close like me and Wally World and KDK are, and like how close like you and Titch are. Like it's well spread out, but it's also so close together at the same time. Like how right now, I mean, I am so close to like Charlie Boy. It's nuts. Like where he is situated right now. I'd say I'm probably like an hour and a half, 2 hours away from him, but it's like lockdown things. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's nuts,
I'm less than an hour away from Titch.
That's what I'm saying.
you know,
That's what I'm saying.
we are going to meet one day real soon. But
all
you
of
know,
us, all of us, and we'll have a big piss up, all of us, and it will
all of
be,
us will.
it will be monumental. It'll be absolutely monumental. Mark my words.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I agree. I agree.
Dad's is saying,
Sorry.
it's about
Yeah,
no, it's okay, Doc.
Yeah,
It's about comfort.
bad, yeah.
It's about comfort food for Christmas and how important to share. And then this is what you were going on about. Thank you, lads, for all the great content you put out. We listen. It doesn't make a difference if it's me, Budgie, if it's Kieran Titch, if it's Frankel, like Charlie Walsh. It doesn't make a difference. Like, we love West Ham. We love food. We love talking to one another. We love each other as people. And we love you guys as people too. It doesn't matter who's on it, like talking about it. We talk what you want to say. You talk what we want to say. And we all get together and have a right laugh. And that's what it's all about. The politics in this whole West Ham YouTube community shit is bollocks. It's like, yo, it's for the club. It's for the supporters. That's it. Done. Finished.
And
Simple
for us as well, because at the end of the day, we are supporters, and you know, we put out content that we put out, and that, but we also, you know, collectively, like Kieran does it, Titch does it to some degree, Peach does it, I do it. We all watch the other channels as well, because it kind of gives us inspiration, and it also gives us an idea of subjects that we could necessarily trip ourselves up on, so we could avoid them. You know, I mean, especially if, like, you know, the information that we've got is 4 hours old, and we watch a stream 15 minutes before we're due to come on, and the information that we've got has now changed. You know, we could make ourselves look daft. So that's why we do that. We do it because we enjoy the content, but we also do it so that we can research what we're doing as well. And what we try to do on Random is we try not to clash with anybody else's
100%
scheduling. We do try to do that as much as we can. We try not to clash with the content too much. Sometimes that's very difficult because there is breaking news and we all want to get our point across. But you know, what we try to maintain is that we will never repeat anything that anyone else has said word for word.
Never.
We may take inspiration from it, and if we were to, it would be for example, I would say something like, oh, and Charlie Walsh mentioned that, you know, Declan Rice has got himself a new guitar, or whatever the case may be. You know, I may do it like that, you know, but we won't ever say, oh, we have it on good authority that Declan Rice has got himself a new guitar. You know, we won't do that, because unless we've got that information firsthand, we're not going to do that. We will always,
we're not going to put it
99% of the time, 99% of the time, we will credit whoever the information is from. And there's two reasons for that.
Yeah, go on.
Sorry, the two reasons for that. One is because we feel that, you know, they've gone into the effort of producing and, you know, researching and everything. And, you know, so, and they've written the article or produced the article, so we credit them for that. And the other reason is because if there is any false information in that article, it's our disclaimer that we aren't responsible for it. So it's a two-part thing, you know, which is why I try and do it all the time.
No, you nailed it. And it's good, like that you said, like Tish is kind of like a part of it, but half a part of it, because Tish don't watch like YouTube things. He just creates things. Like, that's one thing you need to know about Titch Rod. Like, I call him Titch Rodon, because like he's a lion, straight up Zion things. Like, yo, he's on some lion things, dog. And it's like Titch Rodon. And it's like, yo, homeboy don't watch two things. Like, seriously, like you like okay, so I spit 2 rhymes. I've been in the rap game for years. And it's like, I'm a fan of the rap art, and I'm an artist. But you get other people who, like, they're not fans of rap. They just want to do rap to, like, create something different. And it's like, I do that as well as being a fan of it. But Titch moves different. He, like, you don't have to watch two things on YouTube because he's too busy with his academy, with his family, with everything, talking to us on the regular because we don't leave him alone. You know what I mean? And it's like, yo, we just talk to the man like crazy and thing. And it's like, yeah, man, it's like you don't watch two YouTube things. So it's like, it's understandable when Budgie says like, you know, like me and Budgie watch a bit more YouTube things than him to like kind of get the grasp. But it's like that's just how we roll. You know what I mean? Like different people roll different ways, and it's like that's what makes West Ham Random and Hammers Fans United, and it's just so eccentric in the sense that we all move different. Clive moves different than I do. Kieran moves different than Clive. Tix moves different than Franco. You know what it's like, but we all move in the same direction. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
We'll walk in our own shoes. That's the way of putting it.
Yes. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I love that. I love that. We all walk. That's a tune right there. We all walk in our own shoes. That's like I could proclaimer the shit out of it. I could proclaimer the shit out of it. I would walk 500 miles. Piss on that, man. We all walk in our own shoes. Even if we get in the happies of the blues, we all walk in our own shoes. Yo, trust me, man. I'm doing the tune. We all walk in our own shoes. Done.
Roy is asking, Budgie, when are we going to hear you on your guitar?
Well, yeah, I wanted to know the same thing, Roy, and I've asked him, but he keeps putting it off. Like, yo, I'm gonna get bass guitar.
It's a bass guitar. I bought it at the beginning of lockdown. I'm learning on it. I've probably only put about 13 hours into it so far. I'm not confident enough to play it before anybody yet.
Well, when you put 13 and a half
hours, I can't play anything
into it,
properly.
When you put 13 and a half hours, 14 hours into it, you slap me up a bass, dog, and I'll rhyme for days, dog. I ain't even playing with you. That's all I need.
Well, that's what I've put in since March last year. That's what I've put into it since March last year. So we're looking at nearly 2 years.
Get on it. Get on it.
It's got more dust than playing hours on it.
That's not acceptable.
Sure. But that's not acceptable. I will practice. And I will lay down a little bass line and I will send it to you, Pete. How's that? Give me about give me about 3 or 4. No, give me about 3 or 4 years.
3 hours? 4
3 or 4 years.
6 hours?
Yeah, Darren's saying, good shout, Roy. Give us a tune, Clive. Oh, mate, I can't. It's not a guitar.
Give us a tune.
It's a bass. I could give you a bass line, but I can't because it is now 2:30 in the morning for me.
Clive is massive when he plays that bass. Clive is massive when he plays that bass. When he plays that bass. 1, 2, 3, 4.
If I plug that in, you lot are gonna just.
When he plays that bass. 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 You should kill that, dog. Just have fun with it. You never know what you come up with, man. You could be a natural and you don't even know it.
Yeah. I have got a new little toy that I've got off my nephew. I want to show you. I want to show you this little toy I've got.
Like a timing thing that like tick, 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 tick.
No, right. Like it's in this box.
Right, yes. Box number 1 deal or no deal now. Look at us.
Can you see what that is?
No.
Right, hold on.
Amplifier, no.
Well, it's a mixing desk. Hang on, let me show you.
Now, see, Wally World's gonna play Smoke on the Water. He's sunning you already, dog. Wally World's like, I'll play Smoke on the Water. Like, shit, I just do this for like shits and giggles. Look at him go. Yo, I want, if you're saying that, Wally, if you're holding those words, I want Smoke on the Water live on West Ham Random, straight up, because I love that tune. I think that tune is killer. Killer, dope.
Anyway.
Well done, man. Come on, Wally, you got to play us something.
What that is a CD mixing unit. It's got 2 CD trays, mixing desk, and a electronic
Like
control
trackboard.
unit, a control unit. Yeah.
So what you'd be able to record into there and then mix something what you like put in there, like
Yeah,
so it
well,
sounds proper.
yeah. What I can do is I can put
Yeah.
anything on in CD format. Now I know CDs have gone by now, but I am
No, but you
actually
can,
trying to get
yeah,
a Bluetooth receiver for it so that I can use my phone, you know, and send digital media to it. If I can
yeah,
get
but
if I can
yeah,
get digital media to go through into the, well, I can. Basically,
that's what I'm
I
saying.
can put anything through that. I can put turntables through it, anything.
Yeah,
You know, I can put
but
up to
you could,
10 appliances through it.
so you could get it to record on CD format, and then you could convert it into like MP3 format. Don't even sweat it. It's easy. I'll show you how to run
I
that.
can.
That's easy.
No. Hang on. Listen. I can use that to mix pre-recorded CDs. So let's just say I've got,
Yeah,
say for
yeah,
argument's sake, an Alison Limerick tune, and
getcha.
let's just say, I don't know, Robin S. Right? Let's just say I got them two tunes on two different CDs. I
Yeah,
can have one playing, mix the other one in. I can equalize the tempo and everything else, and mix it so that it's a seamless transition from one CD to the other. Yeah, and the digital output can go
yes,
straight to a recording device like a laptop
that's dope.
or
That's
whatever,
dope. Yeah,
and I can record like mixtapes and things like that, you know,
yeah.
on it.
And then
So yeah,
if you get
so
a program like
which is
Pro
more
Tools or some shit like that, it's
my
over.
forte, as you know. That's more
Word
my
up.
forte, DJing, you know.
Yeah, of course it is. How you mean?
But also I can also, like for example, I could play my bass into the laptop, record,
Yes.
say like a bass line, and then I could feed that through that mixer
Yeah.
with maybe
And then
something
put
else
another
run
track
through it,
on
like
top.
a guitar, run that
I got
through
you.
it,
I got
like
you.
a drum machine and all that kind of thing.
100.
I can use it for that, and mix my own music as well. So, you know,
There
I've
you
got a
go.
keyboard
Done.
somewhere.
Done.
You know,
Look at
so
Wally World. Wally World's asking, like, well, first off, I just want to say this. I
yeah,
invited Frankel on the show, and Frankel just got back to me in a message that went across my screen and said, I'd love to, I can't. I'm taking my mom out to a movie. I love that. So big up
right,
Frankel, big up
okay.
Frankel's mom. I
Big
love
up
that.
Frankel.
But,
Yes.
yes, sir. Yeah, the man, the don, the myth, the legend, the superstar, the rock star, the big Texas,
Yeah.
big Texas. Wally World saying, Clive, do you DJ? Like it's something new.
Right.
Clive, do you DJ?
Right.
Clive's
Okay.
been running the DJ scene from time, Wally.
Right. Okay. So while I'm talking, my picture may freeze.
Yes.
But I'm gonna upload a picture for you.
I love it. You're not ready, Wally.
Right.
You're not ready, Wally. Clive, Budgie in effect.
Right. So as I said, my picture may freeze, but
That's all right.
I'm still here, and
We hope so.
I am still here.
You better be. Don't try to do too
Here
things.
we
Out your page.
gallery. Okay, right. So
1, 2, 3, 4. No,
it's
how
not
is it?
that one. It's not that one. It's in there. And
1,
if
2,
I go
3, 4.
all the way to there, and then I'll come back
Line
to there.
Line get low.
Okay.
Line get low. We got line get
Right. Okay. So that's uploaded. Right. So in answer to your question,
yeah,
Wally.
let me play.
Right.
Let me say. Let me get on another way. We want to rock see guys picture.
Find it.
Fixture.
Oh, you son.
Well, it just froze up, huh? It just froze up.
No. I'm trying to find it on here now. Here we go.
Yeah,
okay, so in 1989, after I split up with my the mother of my twins, I started burying my head in club DJing and pub DJing. I had my own equipment, but the pub I got a residency which I held for 5 years in a place called Cromwell's in Kingswold in Surrey, and it had a little nightclub next to it which had a 280 person capacity. And this is a picture of me DJing in the pub called Cromwell's. This is the Friday night before I went through to go into the nightclub. So that's me with the microphone in my hand, obviously. I was young buck then. When I look, good looking bugger.
Yeah, that's Pudgy Ducks. Pudgy didn't DJ.
And the young lady in front of me, turning around to the camera, she was the one that supplied this photograph to me, which was taken by a girl that I was seeing at the time, which was her best friend. And then a few years later, after, sort of 15 years of not being with her friend, that girl in the picture and we went out for a meal a couple of times and dated for about 3 weeks, and nothing ever came of it. But yeah, so that was like 20 odd years later after I'd had that picture taken. So yeah, that was 1989. I think that was leading up to Halloween. That was just before Halloween that was taken, so somewhere around September time. And yeah, I used to do 3 hours in the pub up until 11 o'clock. And then at 11 o'clock, I would go through to the nightclub and fire up the decks in there and work through till about 3 in the morning. So yeah, good. I really enjoyed it. I did a guest appearance on Kiss FM in its very, very, very early days. I think it had been broadcasting as a pirate station, and then it changed over to an official station. I can't remember what year it was, and they'd been broadcasting for about 9 months, and I did an hour-long set on Kiss FM, so that was really nice as well. So yeah, Wally, I do a little bit of DJing, but not in the latest 10 years or so. I haven't really done any. Why have you put me up here on my own, man? You've disappeared again. Yeah, so I've done quite a lot. I've done all sorts of DJing for the armed forces over at Aldershot, which is one of the big army bases in Surrey. I actually did a dinner and dance for 1,600 squaddies and their partners. So there was about 4,000 people in there. I've DJ'd in the Coup Club in Ibiza. I did a 2-hour set in there one time in 1988. That was 1988. Yeah, DJ'd in all sorts of places. In Brighton, did a little residency in Brighton for a while in a place called Toppers and Rumours. That was actually mainly reggae though, and some soul and hip hop and stuff like that. But yeah, but I specialised in reggae, and I specialised in Tamala Motown and that kind of soul era.
Yeah, beautiful era.
There's my DJing history. Also, I have some musical history as well because of my ability to use mixing desk and stuff like that. A friend of mine, Dave Baxter, had formed a band. Yeah. And they called themselves the Blunter Brothers. Okay. And they started off as like a 4 or 5 piece band. And because of the kind of music they wanted to play, they grew to a 16 piece rhythm and blues and soul band. And in fact, my ex-partner, my twins' mum, she used to be one of the backing singers with them, and they do all stuff like James Brown, Curtis Mayfield, Al Green, that kind of stuff, and some Motown stuff, but a lot of James Brown and stuff like that as well. So they're really good. And so I used to do the sound desk and the lighting for them for years. So, you know, I did quite a lot of work in the music industry for probably the best part of 20 years. I was in the music industry in some way or another. So, yeah, it was. Darren Higgins says, was Centre Force, Sunrise and Kiss. Ah, okay. Okay, so that was the progression of Kiss. Okay, yeah, brilliant. So,
I love it. Look at Wally World. Hell yeah, Budgie. I love it.
Yeah, I know, mate. I know. Love it. I love it.
Aldershot, my grandma was based there during the Second World War. Interesting. Being taken away from her job from the co-op. Interesting. That's interesting. Straight up.
Cool. Well, actually, Aldershot's a really good place. You know, it's it's a good place for the squaddies and the families of the army personnel and that. It's not so great for the people that have lived there all their lives, though. I've got to be honest, because you know you can imagine that these guys, they go out there, they fight wars, they do what is required of them to protect our shores. You know, no matter which country they represent, you know, they go out there, they fight wars, and they protect the people that live at home. But when they're at home themselves and they get an opportunity to go into town and have a few bevies, it gets very, very rowdy, very rowdy.
It gets messy like Lionel. It gets messy like Lionel.
Well, here's a little.
Oh, come on.
Here's a little story for you. I know this isn't football related, but one night I got asked by a guy. I was DJing in the King's in this club that I showed you the video. Guy come up to me and said, "Do you work anywhere else?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Look, I represent a place called Harper's in Guildford." So I said, "Okay, yeah." So he represents this nightclub called Harper's nightclub. He said, and the DJ that we had booked for New Year's Eve has come down with a terminal illness and has had to retire from DJing. Would you be available on New Year's Eve? So bear in mind, we're in like August, September time, and 9 times out of 10, I'm booked up like months in advance, kind of thing, you know. And this particular year, I said that I wanted to have New Year's Eve off. So I wasn't booked for New Year's Eve. And I said, well, I've got to be honest with you. I haven't got a booking, but, you know, I wanted to have the night off. And he said, well, what's your usual rate? Well, I kind of lied to him. And I said, well, my usual rate is £250 a night. I said, my usual rate's £250 a night. I said, for New Year's Eve, I usually put 50 quid on it because it costs me more to get there and this and that. I said, you know, I would charge normally £300 for New Year's Eve. And he said, what, from 10 o'clock in the evening until like 3 in the morning? I said, yeah, £200. I'll do it for that. Well, back then, £200 was like a week's wages to most people.
Yeah, mustard.
You know? So I said, yeah, I'll do it for £200 for the night. And he went, I said, no. Well, I said on New Year's Eve, I would normally do it, but I want to have the night off. He said, look, mate, you're not booked. I really need someone. I'll give you double that. I'll give you 400 quid if you come and do New Year's Eve for me. I said, okay. All right. I said, but I've got to come there. I've got to come there and have a look, see what the place is like. Make sure I'm not letting myself in for a stabbing or something.
Rude awakening. Yeah.
Which I did, and it looked okay. And I noticed there were quite a few squaddies in there. But I went on a Thursday night, which was stupid of me because it was one of the quieter nights. I've turned up on New Year's Eve, got all my records and CDs and whatnot out of the car, set up, got going. 1 o'clock in the morning. Midnight comes. You know, we go through all the singing and you know, seeing the new year in. Anyway, so 1 o'clock comes. 1 o'clock comes. Everybody's absolutely hammered, and the fight starts out on the dance floor. The dance floor is literally down in front of me, And the only thing between me and the dance floor is this railing, like the mixing desk and everything is behind me. So I'm not actually looking at the dancers and the party goers when I'm mixing and that. They're all behind me. But anyway, so I'm standing talking on the microphone to everybody, and this fight starts out on the dance floor between these two squaddies. There's not a doorman in sight, so I put the microphone down. I've stepped down off the stage, and I've gone in between these two guys. I've separated them. I've gone, come on, lads, come on. It's New Year's Day, mate. Come on, look, you're having fun. Let's not have it. And then while I'm talking to these two, some guy from behind me took offence to me breaking up the fight and punched me in the back of the head. I was unconscious for about 8 seconds. It was horrible, absolutely horrible. So after I recovered, I went back on and finished the night off. But the guy felt so bad. The guy that had asked me to do the job. Not only did he give me the £400 that he promised me, he gave me 2 bottles of champagne, Lanson Black Label. So at the time they were going for about 50 quid a bottle.
Hello.
In a club now, you'll probably pay 130, 140 quid a bottle for it.
Easy.
Just for this Lanson. Yeah. He gave me 2 bottles of that. He gave me 4 VIP tickets for another night, which I never used, and basically said to me, as an apology for what happened to you, we'll give you like free entry every time you come. So
that's not bad.
Yeah. So it turned out to be quite a good night, really, in the end.
8 seconds on not bad for that.
Yeah. Roy Chappell says, I love 80s soul.
Oh, I love it too, mate.
Sorry, we went through that one. Wally says, you should have seen my 70s disco shoes. Mate, I bet they were 4-inch platforms with 6-inch platform deals. I reckon your flares were about 32. I reckon your flares were about 32 inches. And I reckon you probably had a bright orange velvet shirt.
With like some sky blue on it and shit. I could see Wally when I was it up.
Yeah, man. And like a floppy fedora hat as well,
Yes,
that's how I can see Wally. Yeah, Wally's saying he wishes he still had them shoes. Wally, if you've got a picture, mate, email it to us, Email it to us. The email address is up on the
disco night. We're gonna have a disco night on here because I know tonight was called Panic, and me and Budgie were talking about like Panic at the Disco and Panic Attack and all them things. We're gonna have a disco thing on here. Wally's gonna get dressed up for us, and he's gonna bring some John Travolta into the party, dog. Straight up. Big up.
Okay. Yeah. If we're gonna do that, we're
disco night, dog.
I'm gonna contact.
Nobody knows about the countdown yet, but I'm just putting countdown out there. For the countdown, we're gonna have a disco night for the countdown, straight up. But don't stay tuned if you want to know about the countdown. Yeah. Real talk.
And I will have a word with my friend Dave, I will ask him if my mate Dave Baxter, the guy from Blunter Brothers, and I will ask him if he can do us a little West Ham random Christmas message musically with the band at rehearsal or something, and lay it onto a video for us, send it over to me, and I'll upload it for the countdown.
Yes. I love it a lot.
Love that.
We got it.
Budgie knows. See, what Wally says, Budgie knows. So obviously, I was right about the bright orange velvet shirt. Yeah, man. And he probably had like paisley print inside his jacket. Inside that, it was probably either dark brown or beige corduroy jacket with the paisley print inside.
Yeah,
man, I know these things, I know these things. Darren says, I can imagine you in all that clubber, Wally. What have we started? Saturday Night Fever. Rude Boy, that's the one. Saturday Night Fever, man. That's it. 32-inch flares. bigger than the waist on my trousers, my flares were. I used to be able to get into the one leg of my flares, mate, when I was at 8. Saturday night fever, man. Any beats, Wally?
Listen. I put the StreamYard link thing in still because if Wally, it's not Wally, it's Wally, or it's Fletch. If Wally wants to talk to disco things, man, feel free to come on, dog. Straight up, I want to.
Wally, you have to wear your orange velvet shirt, though, mate. If you're coming on, you have got to wear your orange velvet shirt. And your floppy hat. If you've got any of your 70s clobber, man, you have got to put it on. Massive lapels on his jacket. That's the one, man. That's what we want. All the beats, Darren. All the beats. Hey, listen. You can tell by the way I'm walking. Fever night, fever night, fever. Love that. So, yes, Wally, where are you, man? Let's get you in, man. Let's get you in.
Yeah, let's get Wally in because I want him to go in depth about these these rags that he was wearing. Like
he's probably gone to the wardrobe to put something suitable on.
We might get a teaser. We might get a teaser too because he might still have some pants lying around and some like shirts lying around, some shoes lying around.
And you're really in the dark, man. Is there a reason you're in such darkness?
Because I'm outside and my light's not on in my room. So let me turn my light on in the room. Hold up. I'll be back.
Yeah, man. Right. Well, anyway, on the subject of that, we also have another short little video for you to have a look at. If I can, there we go. I don't want to close the stream off by accident. Right, so we've got a short little video for you just to have a quick look at, which is where's it gone? Here it is. Found it. Here we go.
Everybody on the everybody on the hashtag sing your dialect. Declan, take it away.
Are we ready?
We're ready.
Let's go. Just dropping in. Here we go. Let's kick it. Ready? Rice, rice, baby. Rice, rice, baby. All right, stop. Collaborate and listen. Rice is back with a brand new invention. Something grabs a hold of me tightly. Flow like a harpoon daily and nightly. Will it ever stop, yo? I don't know. Turn off the lights and I'll glow. To the extreme, I rock a mic like a vandal. Light up a stage and wax a chump like a candle. Rush the speaker that booms. I'm killing your brain like a poisonous mushroom. Deadly. When I play a dope melody, anything less is the best is a felony. Love it or hate it, you better gangway. You better hit the bullseye, the kid don't play. And if there was a problem, yo, I'll solve it. Check out the hook while my DJ resolves it. Rice, rice, baby. Dun, 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 dun. Rice, rice, baby.
Standing ovation for Declan Rice.
What a quality video. I'd love to credit the man that recorded that, but I would also really like to know when that was recorded, because that's clearly outside the London Stadium. It's clearly a party atmosphere going on with a DJ and all this, that and the other. When was that? If anybody can tell me when that was, I would really like to know, because when I get my time machine, I'll go back and join in. Roy said, "This is brilliant." I'll take it you're talking about the Declan Rice baby. It was good. It was hilarious. Fair play to Declan for doing that. Agreed. And, you know, whoever that is that's distributed that on TikTok, whoever it is that did that, I mean, I think his name may have come up on the screen, but I weren't really watching it. Fair play to him for uploading it, because, you know, now that can go out to many, many, many more Declan Rice and West Ham fans. We can all enjoy it. It's great. It's a great bit of fun. Oh, that was at the Chelsea game, was it? Right. Oh, okay, Roy. Thank you very much for that info. See, unfortunately, I wasn't there, but the Chelsea game, great stuff. I mean, does that happen often after a big win? Does that happen often? So I gather you didn't really catch most of that, Peach.
No, I heard Chelsea. I heard Chelsea match.
Yeah,
that was it.
Yeah. Okay. So the reason you heard Chelsea was because I played.
Yes. Yeah, the bones on fire.
Okay, so Jack somebody or other on YouTube, on TikTok. Well done for uploading that, mate. You were clearly in a good position up where the DJ is and that. Now, obviously, our friend Russie B may have even been in that booth, for all we know. But hey, he may have another video of it, which will probably go out exclusively on West Ham Network. So keep an eye out for that, boys and girls, if he was there. So Roy was saying that was at the Chelsea game. So it was after the game when they was all leaving. So okay, that was clearly pre-arranged to have that DJ booth and all that set up. So. But fair play to him.
What's that tune? Because like they're singing it to that melody of that tune. Bowen's on fire. And
it's called Freed from Desire.
Oh,
Freed
so you still got
from
the
Desire.
iron and the rhyme with dire and
It's called Freed from Desire, and it's by oh god, who is it that did that now? Oh, I can't remember. I think they were a bit of a
But how old is it? Is it old or is it like new?
Oh no, it's
classic.
It's either just pre-millennial or post-millennial, one or the other. It's either 98, 99 or 2000 to 2005, somewhere around there. In fact, I could probably check that out. Right, I could check that out actually.
I like that tune. That tune is fire.
Let me do that.
Bowen's on fire. And he's singing that guy. Bowen's on fire. I love that. Well thought of. Well thought of. I love that, man.
Yeah.
Roy, when West Ham for the game.
When you hear the original. Okay. So the song is by somebody called Gala, Gala, and the girl, her name is Gala Faraway. Or no, it's not. No, it's not. It's not. Hang on. So it is there. Let me see. Yeah. No, it doesn't tell you her name. Just called her Gala.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's who done that song. So,
I like that tune.
There you go.
I like that tune, man.
Yeah.
I like that tune a lot.
So you can look it up on YouTube, mate. You know, it's quite a popular tune. If you put in "Freed from Desire" or "Freedom," no, "Freed from Desire."
Free Desire, innit? Yeah.
Free from Desire. Free from Desire.
Okay.
Yeah. Bowen's on fire and he's shagging Danny Dyer. So the original goes "Free from Desire." I can't remember the other lyrics actually now. I'm completely lost.
What was it like saying?
And I'm not a singer. Yeah. Very, very similar. Yeah. I mean, I could probably play a little bit of it and let you hear.
Or if you just like search up the lyrics, like search up freed from desire, freed desire, whatever, like lyrics, and you get them up in a second.
No, hang on. Right. There we go. Yeah, so why are you slowing down then? Oh, I take it my internet decided to have a hiccup. There we go.
Don't play nothing on YouTube though if you don't got nothing in the description thing still, dog. Cause this shit will get taken down, man. Straight up. So that's what I'm saying. Just like bring up the lyrics and like just read the lyrics out, dog.
Well,
and he's saying Danny, that's so catchy, man. I love that. When I first heard them singing that, I was like, yo, that's a tune. That's a chant right there. I love them things, man. That was wicked. That was wicked. Off to Burnley we go. Off to Burnley we go. Off to Burnley we go. Get 3 points on the road. That's a must.
Right. Well, I'm having trouble with this now, so.
Let's just end it then. Let's just end it. Yo, there's 3 people in the chat. People had their fun. We've had our fun.
Okay.
Yo, let's end it.
Okay, mate.
To the next. Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, well, thanks everybody that was in the chat. Peace out to everybody that was in the chat. Thank you for everybody. Thank you, Wally World. Thank you, Roy. Thank you,
Wally World. I want to see them. I want to see them rags, dog. I want to see
Darren.
them rags. We're having a disco night just for you, dog. I want to see them rags.
He says sadly he hasn't got any more. Anyway, guys,
go to
guys,
the thrift shop,
that's it. We're out of here. It's quarter past 3 in the morning almost for me. So thank you so much. Cheers, Pete. Talk to you in the morning.
Hey, Budgie, pick up the show, dog. Football on Focus, man. Pick up Football on Focus, dog. How you mean?
Yeah, Football on Focus Saturday morning.
11 o'clock.
11 o'clock. And just a little quick sneak peek for you before we do go is this one.
I'll be able to see you. I'm happy to see you in your
And we're just chatting away, mate. And all of a sudden, all the fucking windows came through in the train. There was about 50 bricks come out the train and took out every fucking window in that carriage.
Oh, God.
Fucking jeez, there was glass just flying everywhere.
Oh, man.
These bricks coming through the window. I mean, what the fuck? So we're doing that.
That's Budgie right there. You don't know how we roll.
Just for the open club, we count these kick-ups in German. 1, 2, 3.
So DJ Khaled, how would you describe Charlie Walsh?
Legend.